The Zookeeper's Animal Pack for Planet Zoo was just announced, and boy, I tell you what, this is extremely exciting. In this pack, we have 7 animals that were either highly requested by the community, or they have a very important role in zoo conservation and kind of pop culture. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Thank you all so much for stopping by my channel today. My name is Leaf, and it's my honor to tour you through all of the new information that we have on the Zookeeper's Animal Pack. But without further ado, thank you so much to Frontier Developments for handing over this information extremely early to me. I was very grateful for this, especially coming back from my lovely trip to Portugal. Obrigado to all the wonderful Portuguese people in the community who have made their country my home for about a week. It was fantastic, but without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's talk about some of the fantastic creatures that are about to transform your zoo into a keeper's paradise. Number 1, we have the Pallas Cat. We knew this one was coming. It was at the forefront of that little teaser that we got a couple weeks ago. It has these distinctive striking eyes and very thick fur. Absolutely beautiful creature. They're native to kind of Central Asia, all the way from Siberia, all the way down to even Iran. Very cool to see this animal have such a big range like that, but it's known for its ability to stand on its tail in order to keep its paws warm. Very adorable creature. If you've ever seen an animal in a zoo do this, specifically the Pallas Cat, of course, you're lucky, because I would die to see that. I really hope they have that animation in Planet Zoo. From the looks of it, it seems like Planet Zoo development teams have been adding a lot more love to their animals like this, so we're probably definitely going to see that special little animation for them. Otherwise, from that, Pallas Cats really weren't on the top of the meta wish list. However, they are a very iconic species, known for the fact that they are kind of the grumpy cat. They're obviously not the grumpy cat, that's actually a domestic cat, but they are fairly grumpy. Just look at them in real life. They look pissed all the time. But this animal is so important to conservation, and I cannot wait to build for these guys. They are so adorable. Next on the list is another animal that we already knew about. This is the Hamadryas Baboon. I actually was able to see these guys at the Lisbon Zoo. My fiance really did not like their pink butts, which is honestly what they're known for. They are very much well known for that beautiful white kind of silvery mane on them, and they're very much known for their kind of significance in ancient Egyptian culture, as well as mythology. They were very sacred animals back then. However, nowadays you might notice that their range does not extend all the way to Egypt. They're only found kind of on the Horn of Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. I'm not sure what happened in between that time, between like the ancient Egyptians and stuff. Either their habitats got depleted or they were victim to, you know, kind of how the land kind of generated, because if you do look at their range map, which hopefully I put on right here, it's very interesting to see how they're only found in that little like kind of circle, but they don't overlap around like the coast and stuff. It's very interesting. However, we do have another Arabian animal. I always do love to see representation of that specific like region of the world. The Middle East is just such a beautiful, like, it's so culturally diverse. It's also so biologically and ecologically diverse. Even for being half of it being a desert, you still get some very incredible animals, and the Hamadryas Baboon is no exception to that. They're also known for their very complex social structures. Males actually have harems, so you'll often see a lot more in times zoos having a big congregation of females alongside 1 or 2 males. It's very interesting to see how those honestly pull out. Next on the list, our last kind of confirmed quote-unquote animal is the Markhor. I'm not sure what specific kind of Markhor we're getting. I'm assuming it's going to be the common Coquerel Markhor, but there are actually 4 different kinds of Markhor. I believe they are subspecies. They all differ in their very minor ways, but the easiest way to tell the difference is by the horns. That's just me going a little bit nerdy on you guys. They're just so beautiful. Oh my gosh. But these guys are very much known as being the national animal of Pakistan. They are able to climb on these huge mountains. They can actually scale up nearly 90-degree vertical surfaces, which is so impressive. You see this big, bulky animal with all this fur, and you think it's just gonna fall off the cliff by how it walks up like hills and stuff. But yeah, they are common to Central Asia. They are currently endangered, and they're also a zoo tycoon species. Very important to have that right there because, hey, listen, it's Zoo Tycoon theory. We're definitely looking at Planet Zoo getting a lot of inspiration from their ancestors of the past. Also, these guys are known as the Snake Eater in kind of like local Himalayan lore and stuff like that. It was said that they actually ate a snake and that caused their horns to kind of curve around, because typically I'm sure people of the region were familiar with the ibex, but they were like, hey, these ibex's horns are like twisting, kind of like a snake. It's very interesting. Please read up on like the cultural significance of every single animal you can get, because you're bound to get some really, really cool insights into like how people work and all that stuff. I'm a big culture guy, I apologize. Let's get back to the animals. The spectacled bear, this is one that we actually do have an image of. I'll put this on right here. It is the only bear species native to South America. It's found in the Andes from Venezuela to Bolivia, and they are called the spectacled bear because, hey, they look like they have spectacles on. They look like they have glasses. It's very interesting. I remember back during wetlands, we were all really, like, honestly hoping that we would get the spectacled bear over the spectacled caiman, and you know what we got? We got the spectacled caiman, but hey, I can't hate it because it's in the game and I can't change it anymore. But we do finally have the spectacled bear. We are only missing, I believe, one bear species now. I believe we have them like all the rest of the 6. We have polar bear, we have panda bear, we have brown bears, we have Asian black bears, now we have spectacled bears. There's one more other one that I am genuinely forgetting, and then we have the American black bear, which we still do not have. I don't think we're gonna get it. Like, I feel like this very well might be the last pack, but we'll talk about that later. Let's be a little optimistic. Oh yeah, we should probably also talk about the fact that Paddington, our good little friend right there, is based off of the kind of spectacled bear, or at least he was a bear found where the range of spectacled bears are in kind of like, you know, South America and stuff like that. So I don't know. He doesn't look like one, but hey, maybe he got his fur bleached or something. I don't know what he does. He's a kooky little bear. Number 5 is one I've wanted for the longest time, but I've been too afraid to say it. This is the African spurred tortoise. No images of this guy just yet because they are holding out on him, but Frontier always knocks it out of the park with their reptiles. These guys have a very, very large body structure. Very awesome species, very common in zoos as well as kept as a pet. These guys are just so freaking awesome. I don't know. They're native to Sahara, all over like the Sahara region of Africa. Very cool species, and they're the third largest tortoise species in the world. Try saying that 5 times fast. I honestly bet you can. I'm sick right now. I'm getting over illness. But hey, it's a really, really awesome species. You guys probably have a local zoo or aquarium that has these guys because they're oftentimes taken in as pets, and then people realize, oh no, a tortoise actually lives for over 80 years. We won't be able to take care of it. Hey, local zoo or aquarium, here's a free tortoise. And then the cycle goes on and on and on. Please be a responsible pet owner. Like, please, that's my honest kind of takeaway from this. But still, these guys are so awesome. I cannot wait to build for these guys. So cool. Next on the list, another animal we do not have any images of just yet. We have the Kirk's Dik-Dik. Alright, got the giggles out of the way. It's a funny name. However, this tiny antelope is very agile. It's known for its extremely small size, as well as a funny little nose that creates this kind of whistling sound. Very adorable creature. I just can't stop looking at that name. Those Dutch are honestly so silly with their names sometimes. However, these guys are native to Eastern and Southwestern Africa. If you probably go on a safari, there's a decent chance that you'll probably be able to see one of these guys. But yeah, they're just so adorable. Oh my gosh. I saw these guys at the San Diego Zoo. We also had them at the Roger Williams Park Zoo. Wow. Took me a while to say that. But yeah, they're just a very adorable and incredible little species, and I cannot wait to see some fantastic builds with these guys. Also, they're going to make a pretty decent rig for clip springers, which I'm very excited for as well. Alright, last but not least, the big boy. It's not a tree kangaroo. I'm so sorry. That's so disappointing. But we have the Coquerel Sifaka. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys. I've been dying for this animal. Sifakas, if you want to pronounce it the right way. They are known as like the leaping leaping lemur. They are the leaping lemur. They jump from one place to another, and they are incredible at it. Oh my, I can't believe we're finally getting these guys. I have loved these guys since I first saw them. I believe my first time seeing them was at the Bronx Zoo in New York City, and since there, I've just absolutely loved them. I've loved them. Another fantastic lemur species to really help round out, kind of like that, what do you call it? Madagascar sections? Yeah, that's what you call them. Really, really incredible species right there. Also known as the Zoboomafoo lemur. They are Zoboomafoo, so that's going to be really awesome to have. I cannot wait to see what people build for these guys, because that is just going to be so freaking awesome. But that really covers it for the animals. Let's jump into what else we have today. Alright, so here we are kind of looking at what there is to see in these little screenshots right here. There is a lot to pick out from, so let's just jump right into it. We have these fancy little pennant signs, which are going to be so helpful. I cannot wait to do some very little adorable setups for these guys. It's going to be so cool, and we can see the gift shop actually clean and functional in there too, which is very awesome. But yeah, you can see that these do have editable text on them, which is very helpful as always. And we also have this new little string element right there. I can already see some lovely kind of enrichment items being made with that, but what I am being drawn to is this little piece right here. Look at that. We finally get some apples. So, I don't know. Maybe you have a dead pig and then you want to throw an apple in its mouth. I don't know. But you can do that now. Really awesome to get more fruits and vegetables, though, in-game, because it really helps to make habitats look a lot more cleaner. Makes them look a lot more meant to be for animals. I'm trying to look for other stuff in here as well. I really haven't seen too many, like, interesting things. We do have, like, your classical pieces up and around about here. I'm trying to see if anything new is flexi color, but it looks like everything is pretty standard. Yeah, I'm trying to look. I think that's a new apple tree, which is honestly really cool, but I would honestly prefer this to be without the apples. Maybe I'll make that as like a replacement mod that just removes the apples from that. You know, the apples, they're rotten to the core or something. Yeah, I'm trying to find other things too, but I'm not really seeing much. That guy's waiting over there for a shop or something. These guys have an apple on the bench. I'm not really seeing too much with this image over here, but I'm sure some of the other expert eagle-eyed people in the community are already covering this a lot better than I am. Now, moving on from there, we do have an image of the Hamadryas Baboon. Look at these guys. So beautiful. The fur, I'm not sure what's happening with the fur. It seems a little weird this time around, but it does look beautiful. It does have that kind of fluffy kind of element in there. However, I'm not seeing a specific element, you know, deducting points for accuracy right there. But these guys do look incredibly detailed. We can see some already hair elements on their little kind of mustachio right there. And we can see some very high quality kind of skin textures on that Hamadryas Baboon right there. This is going to be so helpful for gelatas already. I'm looking at how poofy this guy's fur is, and it's going to be so helpful for really kind of making this come together. I don't know, it's going to be so cool. The Pallas Cat, of course, we already saw one image of these guys, but we can see another kind of playing animation between these two. Again, no real new foliage in the background over here, unfortunately. That's periwinkle, we got the nettles, we got, like, you know, the whatever, it starts with the sea bush. It's the sea bush. But these guys, I think that their face is a little bit fixed. I'm not really sure. Maybe some experts in the comments will be able to let me know, but that's really it with those guys. The spectacled bear, this is one of the newest ones in the pack. Look at these guys. Very beautiful creature right here. Extremely beautiful. And we can actually, yeah, like, there's not much to say about this. He's just a very handsome looking bear. But I think what I care more about is that tent back there. I believe Eben was the one who originally mentioned the fact that, hey, there's like new tent pieces in the background. And at first I didn't believe him. However, if we look at this image, which I apologize, it's not exactly as high quality as the other images. Not really sure what's happening back there. Not really sure what's happening back there. But we could see all these lovely new pieces in here. There's so much to dissect. Unfortunately, it's not that clean. We can see some new benches though, which is very cool. I really do love some simple benches like that. Always super useful to have. I'm trying to see if I could find some new bins or something. We can see like little animal paintings right down there, which is very adorable. These new tent pieces look really cool, and I love these little streamer elements. I'm not sure if guests will be able to play with that. I don't know, but they're walking right in the middle over there, so I don't know. We also have these kind of umbrella trees, which is very cool. I know that's very much a big thing nowadays in like some like, you know, high population dense areas and stuff. I know people typically tend to make these little art installations, which is very cool to see Planet Zoo honestly taking inspiration from that, which is, you know, how we can get inspired. We can see these kind of fold up tables, which are very cool. That's going to be so helpful for doing like event areas and stuff like that. We can see that they are flexicolor, God. And these flowers seem to be flexicolor as well, which is so cool. I can really see some very cool splash pads being made with that, even though, you know, it's not really Planet Coaster splash pads. But hey, what can you do? Honestly, loving everything in here. I don't know if that's buffalo grass. That feels like buffalo grass, guys. That feels like buffalo grass. But yeah, this is a very beautiful map. There's so much to take in over here. We can see some like balloons right there. I don't really know what's happening right there, but that's very cool. We could see a little smidgen, try to make out those pixels. But we could see a smidgen of the walkthrough Aldabra tortoise, not Aldabra, Sulcata tortoise. Oh my gosh. We can see them right over there, which is very cool. They don't need a lot of space, which is going to be very helpful for kind of starting new zoos and stuff like that. And I believe that's going to be the Markhor right back there. I don't know what else that could be. But yeah, this is really awesome. Hamadryas Baboon right down there, which is very cool. And yeah, like that's honestly it that I can make out of this image. And yeah, I figured we can kind of watch the trailer together. I know I played it like a few times before, but we could try and make out like as much as we possibly can from this, because hey, we're trying to figure out everything that we can see before it even gets shown. Does that make sense? Let's jump into it. But yeah, loving those tents back there. We can see the Pallas Cat right here. Very, very adorable. These guys are so freaking cute. Look at them. But you can see that we do have the Hamadryas Baboon in here. I'm trying to find other stuff to do. Like, you know, I'm trying to find like some enrichment items, like that jelly enrichment item that they talked about. But I don't see it. However, I do see some new like little vendor elements right back in there. Some like stuff hanging from the top of those stalls. I think that's going to be really interesting. Also, very weird to have balloons in like, oh, they just took the screenshots right from the trailer. That's very interesting. But yeah, you can see their very pink rumpus right over there. Very pink rumpus. But yeah, you can see these kind of fold up chairs in a lot more detail. That looks awesome. Like, I love kind of, I don't know, how do you say, shitty stuff like that? I hate to say it's shitty, but like it's lower, I don't know, it's a lower cost alternative to what you can expect. Like, given all the stuff in Planet Zoo, we have some very high, very price heavy scenery elements, and I think that stuff like this fits smaller zoos so much better. I don't know, and that's exactly how I like to build. We can see the baby Hamadryas baboons right in here. They look absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh, that just looks so awesome. We can see the spectacled bears in their little habitat right down there. These little things over here, I don't know what they're doing, but it looks like we get a lion, we get an orangutan, and we also get a panda right over there. Very adorable stuff. Maybe they got remastered. Who knows? I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it right there. We didn't really get to see much, but we do get some nice smaller elements like those little caps right there. That's going to be so helpful. I can already see those being doorknobs. Those would be fantastic little doorknobs if they're not overly sized. Yeah, I'm trying to see what else we get in here. We get perfectly placed benches. Jesus, Frontier, you're trying to twist my words over here. But yeah, that's going to be so awesome. We get towering floral decoration structures. We get eye-catching bunting and marvelous marquees. This feels like a really weird way to say all this stuff. We also got a new fun campaign scenario, which is very cool. Party planning committee with Emma Goodwin to set the stage for a unforgettable celebration that will go down in Planet Zoo history. Wow. Very cool. Yeah, I'm trying to see what else there is in here, but yeah, 95 scenery pieces. That is very much good. I feel like Barnyard was around like 65 or something, so this is going to be very good. A lot of them might be kind of the same, which is honestly all right, but hey, what can you do? But that is it, my friends. Oh my gosh, we have so much information to digest over here, but I'm very excited for what this pack is going to bring in the future. What are you guys guys most excited for? I'm personally so excited for that Sifaka. That is going to be so revolutionary. Cannot wait to build for these guys, but I'm so curious as to what you guys have to say. Please let me know in the comments down below. And my question of the day is, do you think that this is the official last pack of Planet Zoo? We've seen that the last pack for Jurassic World Evolution 2 was the Park Manager's Pack, as evidenced by their kind of complete collection on the Humble Bundle the other day. Please, if that's still up, please go get it because it goes to a great cause and also you get a great game out of it. But what do you guys think? Do you think that this is the perfect send-off to Planet Zoo? Personally, I would have loved like so much more out of this game, but I am so thankful for all the memories, all the people I've met throughout this game, that I think that this is a great send-off, because we're about to embark on new horizons as well with Planet Coaster 2, and the modding community will just be able to do so much more now that we don't need to worry about, hey, the game is going to break in like the next update or something like that, or something, I don't know. We can finally focus on bringing some really awesome, high-quality animals to the game now. But yeah, let me know what you guys have to say. Are you guys excited for this pack? Are you not? Are you more excited for, like, you know, what the possibilities of the future might be? I know that there were so many, so many different creatures that were on the dictionary and stuff like that, like the Goodfellows tree kangaroo, like the secretary bird, and we only got, like, you know, actually all of these were pretty much on the, what do you call it, the dictionary, which is very interesting. I don't know, maybe they were planning a whole bunch of other ones, but they only did a few. Very interesting stuff right there, but let me know in the comments down below. Very excited to hear what you guys have to say, and without further ado, have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Enjoy the rest of the trailer and the images while I sign off. Thank you so much for making me your one-stop shop for everything Planet Zoo news related. Be sure to stay subscribed for any Planet Zoo gameplay or stuff like that. I have a lot of fun with this game, and I really try and teach you guys how to have fun with the game too. So with that being said, take care and goodbye.